I'll be conducting an investigation inside the mind of a very particular individual. I'd first like to introduce you to a couple of Dr. Frankenstein's closest companions, his wife Elizabeth and his father Alphonse.
My son is a man of virtue. My dearest deceased wife Catherine and I raised him with the most love our hearts could muster. We came to bring him a family, including the dearest friend Elizabeth and younger brother William. Though my son entangled himself too much so into studies and found himself ill, I still think he is not fully recovered. Poor soul.
My dearest husband is the sweetest man that I've come to know, though he often finds himself lost within his studies. Now that I come to think of the matter, he once remained so deeply drawn into his work that it seems that he might be hiding some scientific discoveries from all of us. What a funny thought.
Now, our guest of honor that will be joining us on the show today is Dr. Frankenstein's one and only creation, his son. I hate to put it this way, the monster. Let's welcome him out. How you doing today, my boy? Ah, that's good. Now, Mr. Monster, can you tell us how this all began?
It all began the day I was born. I remember it, for it was not so long ago.
Well, that was an interesting, birth. Can you explain to me what happened that day?
I extended my hand to grasp my creator, but only found the air that was in front of me. Where was my papa?
There. Let's bring it on back. Let's continue. How did you acquire the basic skills of survival without a parent to guide you?
Well,
I did not know how to speak, how to cook. How to make shelter. I was a mere infant. My senses were highly undeveloped, and I was left to wander the earth as a lonesome being.
So I observed a family in their natural habitat.
Papa, what are you doing?
Oh, me? Just staring into the constant dark abyss. I am blind, young.
Papa, I think you're losing your mind.
Papa is fine. Well, I think it's time we confronted the real issue here. Let's bring out the man himself, Dr. Frankenstein. Doctor. Now let me introduce you to your son over there.
Oh, what a mistake!
Let's check those backstage cameras. Dr. Frankenstein, can you please tell me why you refused to go back on stage and join your son?
I wanted to create life from death. I spent endless hours on the monster's creation to bring glory to my name, and I was met with his deadly appearance. I just can't go out there. His appearance is too deathly, and he has killed my family.
You know, it's time to solve the issue, so let's go back on stage. Come on now. Let's go. Now that we're all back here, I'd like to discuss the psychological problems that Dr. Frankenstein has at this point in time. Now, can you tell me the problems you had with your creation?
He is my biggest failure, my biggest regret. He has murdered everyone near and dear to me.
I had to do to get revenge. I had to make you pay for bringing me into this life of misery for whom I have no one to share. You won't even make me a wife.
If I had created you a wife, who is to tell what you would do? You might take revenge on society for its lack of acceptance. Who knows? Then it would be my fault.
Alright. Now, Monster, why did you crave a wife so desperately? And why did you react so poorly when Dr. Frankenstein refused to create her?
I wanted someone who would accept me since the human race wouldn't. And I decided that if I cannot inspire love, I will cause fear. And turn to murder to get revenge on my creator.
I understand. Now, let's discuss the motives for the monster's creation so we could help you to understand each other and we could possibly form a bond.
We can discuss this all you want, but I refuse to bond with that abomination to this earth.
But you're the one who made me this way.
Now let's all keep open minds here. Dr. Frankenstein, you said the original reason for this creation was to bring glory and fame to your name, did you not? Does the creation of bringing the dead back to life not bring you any glory?
I don't find glory within that creation. I'd previously assumed that when its heart began to beat, the look of death would fade, but I was surely mistaken.
But I am. This heart beats the same as yours. The same blood of humanity runs through my veins.
Never compare yourself to me. I'm going to put an end to your disgusting existence.
Seems they've run off.
It's me, Dr. Finn, walking on the very edge of a cliff. Very close to dying. Very close. You're rolling.
We're rolling. We're rolling. I don't find it. I can't get the
He wants to be so
Break for Halloween at the big barrel.
Now, Bill! Can we say Papa?
They're gonna be the bloopers.